In this video, we're going to be looking at section 2.6, solving proportions. So our essential question will be, how do I solve proportions? The main idea is to solve a proportion, cross multiply, then solve for the variable. Okay, so let's do our examples. Here are our steps. Here's our main example. So let's say I have x over 4 is equal to 7 over 9. So my first step is cross multiply. So I'm just copying the problem again. So it starts like this. Now I'll cross multiply. So I'll go 9 times x. So that's going to be 9x. Bring my equal sign down. Equals. And then I'm going to do 4 times 7 is 28. So that's the cross multiply step. Step 2, solve for the variable. So I'm just going to copy where we're at right now, 9x equals 28. Then I'm just solving for x. So since this is multiplication, I'll use the inverse, which is division. We'll divide both sides by 9. Then 9's cancel and we get x equals 28 over 9. Fully simplified, ready to go. Like that. Now sometimes they get a little bit more difficult, so I want to show one of those examples. But it's still the same process, cross multiply and then solve for the variable. There's a little trick to help us keep it straight. So here's my second example. So I'm going to have x plus 3 over 7 is equal to x 2x minus 8. Let's make this over 2. X plus 3 over 2 is equal to 2x minus 8 over 4. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is add parentheses to my variable pieces. So I'm just going to copy the problem so we know what it looks like when it starts. This is exactly what it looks like when it starts, and now we can see our next maneuver. So my next maneuver is going to be to add parentheses around those expressions. Now I can cross multiply. So I have 2 times 2x minus 8, and see, this is why I need the parentheses, so that way I know I'm going to distribute that 2 to both terms. So that's why I wanted to add these parentheses, to make sure that this distribution happens. So we did 2 times parentheses 2x minus 8, and now we'll do 4 times parentheses x plus 3. And now we go through our solving motions. Oops, I forgot to make this a negative. So make that a negative 4. Like that. Okay, so I'll do 2 times 2x is 4x. 2 times minus 8 is minus 16. Equals negative 4 times x is negative 4x. And then negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Now I'm just going through the solving process. So we'll get all our x's to one side. So I'm going to add 4x to both sides. Now I have 8x minus 16 equals negative 12. The x is canceled. Now we'll add 12 to both, or add 16 to both sides. So those cancel. Now I have 8x equals negative 12 plus 16 is positive 4. Then we'll divide both sides by 8, and we get x equals 4 over 8. Simplifying, we get 1 over 2. So the main thing is really remembering those parentheses are in place, so that way you can make sure the distributive property happens. Well, thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.